So right now, Josh Taylor has a lot of interviews and different things he's doing, media interviews, and just things he's going through the process, press runs. But he's letting out a lot of things a lot of details about certain things that he's just certain thoughts he's had about boxing and overall current state of boxing, and also his matchup with Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall is someone who has agitated him a little bit. Feels like Catterall's kind of taking the spunk out of his victory almost because of things complaining about the win and things like that. I will say honestly, and I'm saying this honestly in this video, I feel like Josh Taylor did a lot more at the end of the video. Because I was doing something when I was watching that fight, but I watched most of the fight, but at the same time, I feel like Josh Taylor did a lot more in that fight than the credit I gave him. But at the same time, though, he has to understand that that was a close fight. And he understands that, and he's willing to go back into battle over this fight. But he feels like his thoughts over Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia also. He feels like he called Ryan Garcia a quitter not too long ago. He said he feels like Ryan Garcia quits in the ring, so he obviously is someone who can quit. And he said that Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia are just not that Devin Haney just superior boxer than them. You know what I'm saying? He's just better. And at the same time, most people know that. I don't know. A lot of fans they don't want to say that, but Josh Taylor, he's letting it be known. He knows that what a good boxer is, and he's saying that Devin Haney's on that type of level. A lot of people don't want to admit it. But if you look at the things that Devin Haney's done over the last year, 2 years, Josh Taylor knows that fighting someone like Lomachenko and Kambosos and those things, especially after the Teofimo situation. And you got to understand, Josh Taylor just lost to Teofimo, but Kambosos beat Teofimo. So he knows the capabilities of a fighter like Devin Haney and the challenges he's went through. So he knows he hasn't been taking any cupcake fights. So I definitely understand where he's coming from. But the fans got to recognize that as well. Because when I say certain things like that, it'll seem like I'm playing sides or whatever. And then a lot of people say that Josh Taylor's saying this because he lost to Teofimo. Well, you got to understand this. He did lose to Teofimo. Yes, he did lose to Teofimo, but that's not the reason why he's saying this. I don't think that's obviously he does would like to have possibly something in the future, but at the same time, that's not the reason why he's going through that as far as saying why Teofimo is not a better boxer than Devin Haney. He's just saying his honest opinion. Really, most people say that, especially now after the performance he just put on. So it's a lot of things that go on in the fight. Can't really have a certain excuses. I know last time Teofimo said he had problems in the Kambosos fight, but this fight is not really an excuse, man. That's the performance he put out there. But at the same time, it's like, what are we doing as far as overall trying to see who's better right now? But Josh Taylor also said that he would like to fight Gervonta Tank Davis next. That's something I'm also interested in. If he can make that happen, I'll be okay with that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just to have some more names out there. Hey, forget it. Throw everybody at him. We can. Let's go. Because right now he's talking about current events, so obviously he's interested in UK fighters. So that's another guy. I don't see too many fans complaining about it. So the current event talks. But at the same time, Josh Taylor said he's interested in that fight next. He knows Tank can come to 140. A lot of people say Tank can't come to 140. He just said he'll come to 147, so I know he can come to 140. But that's definitely a big fight that Josh Taylor would think about making, and a lot of people will think about making a fight with him. But it is what it is. I don't know. At the same time, but he lets it be known though that Devin Haney is a superior boxer. He has to be. He's undisputed champion at 140 right now. He's the youngest doing it. Everybody else just sit back waiting on somebody to gather up all the belts so they can jump in and claim a spot. But when it comes to you having to actually go out there and get the belts on your own, it's gonna be a hard thing to do. So they better make something happen soon. But Josh Taylor putting guys on notice like, no, you're not a better boxer than Haney is. You might need to put some work in. So obviously everybody knows Ryan Garcia is trying to prove himself. He in improvement mode. He's trying to do some certain things. Ryan Garcia putting the big fights together. I've been telling people that though. So that's something that he gets a pass about. But everything else, But these other guys, we gonna figure out what's going on with that. These other guys ain't doing nothing. It's definitely gonna show a lot about what's going on today in boxing. But there's a lot of stuff that we gonna cover next couple of weeks. But Josh Taylor and this Catterall fight, I'm gonna cover it a lot more, which I have been. I knew it was gonna happen. A lot of people was surprised, but I knew it was gonna happen eventually. But it should have happened a year or two ago, a year ago. But that's a whole nother story. But it is what it is. But from what I've seen, man, a lot of people, they try to discredit Haney as far as being a top boxer, as far as winning his Lomachenko fight and things like that. But Josh Taylor has no problem with seeing the things that most people see as far as him being superior in boxing, especially better than the guys that, as far as T.O., a lot of people said T.O. can beat Haney. But we'll see. That's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.